Hello everyone, welcome to the latest installment of Am I the Asshole? If you're a fan of hearing Reddit tales, we would really appreciate it if you could give us a like or subscribe to the channel. Let's dive straight into our first story. Am I the asshole for leaving the dry wedding early to go out? So 2 weeks ago, I 35F went to a wedding in our college town for a member of our college friend group. My husband and I left the kids with my parents, and we went. We got a verbo with another couple I went to college with for a few days. My husband and I don't have a ton of time to ourselves away from the kids, so we were excited to let loose. On the invitation it said the wedding went to 11, with an after party with the bride and groom at the venue. The venue was a gorgeous mansion, and the bride and groom had it for the night. They were leaving for the honeymoon the next morning. Cut to wedding day, and it's a dry wedding. Apparently the groom is 2 years sober. No one told us this, and we were admittedly bummed. When we found out there was no alcohol, we told people we were going to some bars after and not going to the after party. We left the wedding at 9:30 because we were itching to go out and the wedding was boring. Pretty much the whole college crew left around that time and went out. Apparently, the bride's friend group did not stay for the party. The grooms did, and the optics were very lopsided at the party. We all heard from the bride about this, and she called us assholes for leaving. She said that she didn't feel supported and felt like we were spiting her now husband for his sobriety. I told her that she was reading too much into it. We just wanted to go out. She is especially mad at me as I'm looked at as the ringleader of this outing. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Am I the asshole? Edit. Ceremony was at 5, reception at 6. You're the asshole. You are going to get a lot of, if you can't have fun without alk, then you have a serious addiction problem and you suck crowd. But I don't agree with that sentiment at all, and I think it misses the point entirely. So I want to be clear, that's not why I'm voting you're the asshole. I do think that couples should disclose that ahead of time so that people can plan for it, since alcohol at weddings is the norm. But you are an asshole for this. We told people we were going to some bars after and not going to the after party. We left the wedding at 9:30. You were talking shit at her wedding, and then you formed a whole group to leave her party early. That's a bad friend. Skipping her dry after party to go out after would be totally fine, expected even, but to leave the wedding early and bringing a group with you? Yeah, you suck super hard. She is trying to support her now husband, and she'll be supporting him like that during the whole marriage, and you couldn't even support your friend for 1.5 more hours? Life isn't about only ever doing what you want to do. You are running on a greedy algorithm, only choosing what makes you happy in the moment. Others be damned, and that's not what makes a good person. Sometimes we have to sit through long ceremonies for our siblings. Sometimes we have to go to boring art shows for our friends. Sometimes we have to participate in boring parties to celebrate the people we love. Get over it. I'd like to call you NTA. Had you just left quietly and not talked about it with groups of PPL, you would have gotten that judgment. Unfortunately, you're the asshole. You told all the friends that this sucked and you were leaving to go get drunk and became a ringleader for the group of friends to follow. I get it, weddings can be boring and drag on. I went to a wedding. Marriage didn't last longer than the wedding. The wedding started at 4 p.m., very little food provided at the intermission before the reception. Only cucumber wedges with cream cheese, IDKY. By 10:30, the dinner hadn't started. We ran to a diner and found other wedding guests. A complete surprise, but we all laughed it off. You're the asshole. That's kind of a crappy way to treat a friend. Basically, you all abandoned the wedding celebration, and I'm guessing she was looking forward to celebrating her wedding with her friends. Hence why you were invited, and it was a reasonable expectation of hers that you actually wanted to celebrate her marriage. Since you went, honestly, you should go to weddings to celebrate and support the marriage of the friends and/or family. Drinking should never a necessity. Even if you were bummed about the alcohol, celebrating and being happy for your friend would take priority over you getting drunk. You're the asshole. am going to get downvoted because people seem to hate dry weddings, but as someone with a partner in recovery, I will never understand why people can't go without for one night to support someone you supposedly care about. You picked getting drunk over spending time with your friends for the entire reason you were out to begin with. Edit. I knew a load of folks would hate this, and you did not disappoint. You're the asshole. We got a verbo with another couple I went to college with for a few days. So you are also on a trip where you guys can drink on other days, not just the wedding day. We told people we were going to some bars after and not going to the after party. We left the wedding at 9:30 because we were itching to go out and the wedding was boring. You guys stared this and ruined the after party for the bride. You guys were crappy friends to her. Am I the asshole for telling my vegan sister that I will not remodel her home anymore if she doesn't serve me meat? My sister bought a home and it needs a lot of work. I told her that I would be willing to do it if she provided food and the materials. I am anemic and fainted a lot as a child. Almost all of my meals have some type of meat in them or are very heavy on protein. This is the problem. The meals my sister have been serving have left me hungry and lightheaded. The work is labor-intensive, and me working in the morning to late afternoon usually makes me feel awful by the end of the day. I brought my own food one day, and it wasn't an issue, so I asked she taught make heavier meals that have more protein in them. It hasn't been working. Yesterday, I fainted, and after I informed her that I need her to make meals with meat in them, or I will not be remodeling things anymore. She thinks I am a huge jerk for asking this one her. And I am standing firm on this. I am also not willing to bring my own food since I am going her a huge favor already to remodel her home. Info. Would you accept a compromise that she pays you instead of making the food? You're not the asshole. But I feel there is some agreement that you guys can reach. No, because that would be sensible, and this is Reddit. You're the asshole. I have chronic anemia and eat protein-heavy meals, and either this post is made up or you aren't managing a medical condition properly. If you're eating meat at supper and she's serving you iron-rich veggies and legumes at breakfast and lunch, there's no way your fainting has to do with meat, especially if paired with anything that has vitamin C. If you can't avoid passing out while doing heavy labor without having a plate of meat, you need to see a doctor, because clearly, something is preventing you from absorbing iron properly. Also, why can't she just pay for DoorDash? I get it that you're doing a generous favor with free labor, but requiring meat and requiring her to make the meat are two different things, and one of those is just mean. I have anemia as well, and this is 100% true. Also, skipping meat at lunch will not cause fainting. This is a common misconception about anemia. They aren't managing their condition properly. OP needs to contact a doctor and most likely get put on supplements. Asking their sister to directly buy it or prepare and go against her morals/belief system is wrong. The sister should be paying them money to get their own lunch. That's the best compromise. However, OP doesn't seem like they want to compromise. The fact they even feel comfortable asking, let alone demanding, another person go against their belief system, like that shows OP either has a grudge against their sister or veganism as a whole. OP commented that she tried to get him takeout, but he still refused to accept it and demanded that she cook something for him herself. You're the asshole, mainly because meat is not the only way to deal with anemia. Your health issue is not her responsibility. Just bring lunch, it's not that hard. She can compensate you another way. Edit. You say elsewhere that you wouldn't even accept a compromise, that she cooks, or you want to be paid a professional rate. This isn't about your diet, it's about some weird grudge or something. Firm, you're the asshole. After looking into it, there's no way that you have the physical capacity and stamina to remodel an entire home, but missing one serving of meat makes you faint from anemia. That's how diabetes and insulin blood sugar work, not anemia and iron. Not protein, as you keep insisting. Either your condition is so improperly managed that it wouldn't matter what your sister cooks, or this is a day-y vegan bad creative writing exercise. You're the asshole. For trolling. If you're so anemic that you are fainting, why don't you just get iron supplements? Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.